Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to HIMediaTV. I'm your host, Evan from HIMediaTV, and welcome back to HIMedia Headlines for November the 11th, 2025. Yeah, 2025. I'm sorry, time has no meaning. Borderlands 4 has broken a new record. A depressing record. A sad record. In which it's reached the lowest player count of its predecessor compared to its predecessors in the same amount of time, meaning that the 24-hour peak player count 2 months after its during the 2 month after anniversary was just under 20,000, but it is that all of the pre-sequel Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3, all of them had a higher player count number, 24-hour peak concurrent player count number during the same amount of time. And here's the thing, right? I think Borderlands 4 is significantly better than 3 for a lot of reasons. I look at it objectively. 3 had great gameplay mechanics and combat, but the story was dog shit. 4 the writing is significantly better than 3. The story is significantly better than 3, and there is a difference between, we're not going to get to the same levels of writing that was in 2 or the pre-sequel, let's be frank. But this is a market improvement from the last game that they did, and I'm excited to play the DLC and things of that nature, but the DLCs aren't here yet. New content isn't here yet. I beat the game. I got my build. I'm still like level 34 or whatever. There's still some more work that can be done. Fine. But let's be frank. You're not 14 anymore. I'm not 14 anymore. We don't have the time to play games like we used to. And even if we do, we have money now. And the games that we get aren't dictated by our parents' willingness to get them for us or buy us Steam cards. So we have other stuff to play. I've been playing a lot of the Path of Exile's Keeper of Fire League that they just did. And not even less to say that, the Elder Scrolls Online for me has, the second phase of the Writhing Wall, and I still do some Elden Ring Night Rain runs. Master Duel just released a new pack. There's plenty of stuff for me personally in my matrice of games that I enjoy playing to go enjoy. And I'm sure it's the same for you. Arc Raiders is popping right now. Battlefield 6 is popping right now. Call of Duty, if you're into that, is still around and stuff like that. Fortnite's still cranking out content. Pokemon Legends ZA is, released not that long ago, and people are still raving about it, despite my objections. So it's this game came out 2 months ago. Everybody in the games industry was hedging, trying to avoid the release date of GTA 6. And so now, as the year ends, all of these games are coming out in a wave. The last year of games has been really fucking solid in terms of releases. And, I love Borderlands 4. I really, really like it. And there's just other stuff to play. This is not a knock against Borderlands 4 necessarily, as far as I'm concerned. I'm just I beat the game. I played the game. I leveled my Siren up to level 34. I like to play Sirens mostly. That's it. We're good. There's really not any other reason for me to get all gung-ho for stuff. You know what I mean? So I think that ultimately, like, this, like, Borderlands 4 only having, 20,000, concurrent players, 2 months after its release makes sense. It's like there was just a lot of really interesting bopping games that came out this year, and they're coming out every week. And we're not kids anymore. We're not kids anymore. Like, I do maintain that the Borderlands series is, the sense of humor and the jokes and all that stuff is made for the youngest generation of, like, for the current generation of 14-year-old boys. And, I still maintain that. I think that 4 did a much better job of catering to that demographics by a wide margin compared to 3. 3 just felt pedantic and patronizing in that regard. But at the end of the day, like, it's not 2012 anymore. It's not 2013 anymore. The games industry has exploded in size, and there's tons and tons of games coming out every fucking second. So, I think Borderlands 4 is going to be fine. It's not a live service game, despite it pretending to be such. You buy the game, you play the game, you're done with the game unless you want to play it again. Them's the breaks. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for listening to this episode of High Media Headlines for today, November the 11th, 2025. We appreciate your time and your listenership. If you enjoyed this show, please leave a like on YouTube, and if you are listening on a podcast platform, leave us 5 stars and a follow. It means a whole bunch. If you want to join our Discord community, please do. We've got a really great community of folks, and we'd love to have you. Link down in the description down below. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been HIMediaTV. I have been your host, Evan from HIMediaTV. We thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next time.